can't just say r/whoosh with your mouth, you know? I feel like they wouldn't laugh.
To be honest, that new episode is one of our best.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that our last few episodes have been really good.
Yeah, they have been actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
surprisingly.
Maybe they were shit and only funny because we know it, but
yeah, maybe. That's probably it, actually. Anyway, welcome to the most original of podcasts, the original Pogcast. Do not hold this legal error, try to take us down because we have no idea what we're doing. But we came up with the if you're watching.
Legally,
anyway.
That is a joke.
Yes. Theme song.
Talking about things that we don't really know. This is the Pogcast. From Return of the King to Attack of the Clones. This is the Pogcast. It makes no sense, and that's what we're here for. This is the Pogcast. Like and subscribe if you wanna see more. This is the Pogcast.
Yeah, so welcome back to the Poggiest of Casts. That's very cringe the way I just said that, but
yeah, just like cut that shit out. That wasn't Okay, welcome back. I still haven't listened to the theme song, by the way.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what it sounds like.
And
it's not because I've been avoiding it. It's not because I've been avoiding it. It's just because like
you've avoided it.
No, I just like haven't.
Hasn't come up.
It hasn't come up.
We really need to do podcast reacts to our original for episodes at some point.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we wrote the theme song.
No. What?
Like way before we started the podcast.
Oh yeah. You wrote the theme song like.
But
you
know when I recorded the vocals for it? I recorded the vocals for it. I finished recording it 5 minutes before the first episode. We started recording the first episode.
That's right. I remember that.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Very professional
birds.
Up in this
nice.
I mean, all things considered, given the content we put out, I think the theme song is the highest grade.
Oh, for sure. Like not even. It doesn't even come.
To be honest, yeah.
It's not even.
I don't know. Have you seen the editing in that last video?
No,
I have still never watched.
No, just dude. The editing in our new video, no, it would be our second newest video by the time we put out this video, 3 videos ago, considering this video. The editing and the intro of that took me almost 10 minutes.
Wow.
I know,
shit.
high effort.
Yeah, Rupert's definitely the only one keeping this thing going.
Honestly, we just kind of show up every week and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk for an hour.
I've done literally no work.
I mean,
I've just shown up and just kind of like, hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's like Fairburn Films. Everyone's just really watching for Mateus just say something radical.
Say something offensive.
Whoa!
Exactly.
I can't wait until I can say something radical in character because oh boy, do I have some funny fucking characters. Like, oh shit, I can't wait to introduce them to you.
I'm hyped. We should do the Pogcraft D&D campaign.
Is it the Pogcast D&D campaign?
Pogcast, not Pogcraft. Pogcraft is the Minecraft thing.
Pogcraft D&D campaign.
Someday we're going to do Pogcraft SMP and it's going to be amazing.
No. Now we need to do Pogcraft D&D.
No, wait. One of those like role-playing Minecraft things.
Oh yeah, God. Like the Dream SMP.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. What even is that?
I don't know. It's like the thing about that is that like, depending on how seriously they take it, or also like how good they are at acting, it switches between being like actually kind of cool and very funny and like so cringe.
Yeah.
Just so cringe.
Like
so,
seriously, in terms of SMPs, the best SMP is Hermitcraft, because there's none of that cringe acting going on.
Well,
it's
there
literally
is
just
some
bunch.
cringe acting, but
Well,
it's
there is
like
some cringe
for
acting,
the
but
meme.
the cringe
you know?
acting is for the cringe of the acting.
Yeah.
Like
It's
all the
not
Ren
natural
dog stuff.
cringe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, because I haven't done a ton of real life roleplay like RP, but I really, really like doing RP in games. And so a while ago, me and a couple friends had a server, and we had maybe 20, 25 people on there.
Wow.
And we decided to do an RP where basically it was medieval roleplay. So what we did was we installed a mod that added cannons and ballistas and
That's awesome.
all these weapons. So we each made a faction and a castle, and
that's awesome.
Basically, every week we would have
factions on a server. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've played on a server with factions, and it was very fun. It was
especially
like a
when like
mod
your
pack. It had like magic and tech and stuff.
Yeah,
especially
and
when there are a bunch of different factions. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. But especially when it's like an anarchy-ish sort of server, not like a 2v2t, but some sort of anarchy thing, where there's like factions, so that you can join a faction and just kind of hang out, but you just know which players are friendly and which ones are not. So like you can join all these bases and stuff, but you have to make sure that no one can follow you to different places. It's awesome.
This one was less like that and more like everyone. It's like a certain Discord server that I'm in had a Minecraft server, and so there were like different chats for all the different factions.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of them. One of them was the Socialist Republic of Gamers, which was pretty funny. And it was like a super mod pack. It had like power generator, like you could get a nuclear power generator.
Nice.
And our faction, my faction, was SPF, which was the Sun Prevention Federation, and our entire thing was trying to blow up the sun. So we like lived underground in like a secret cave, and I built like sliding doors behind a waterfall.
That's radical.
And like we used magic and technology, and like it was great.
That's actually sick.
That sounds amazing.
Like we never got to blow up the sun. But that was actually a holdover from when we were planning on blowing up the sun in a D&D campaign that we were in.
Well, for what reason?
Because they wanted to.
I do kind of forget why. I think, I remember why. One of the characters was a drow.
Oh, yeah.
Who,
drow characters are cool.
Yeah, but drow are like from the Underdark, and so they're like bad with bright sunlight and stuff like that. So we're like, in order to make him, we're just gonna blow up the sun. Whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, I once played a drow, and how I got around that was he wore a very wide sombrero. So wide that it could actually go around the people beside him, and it could be a sombrero.
I feel like there's so many funny Mexican stereotypes you could throw in there in a D&D campaign. I swear I don't mean that offensive. I just genuinely think it would be really funny.
I definitely think that like cowboys in a D&D campaign is a very funny thing.
Wild West D&D campaign.
Yeah, like
cowboys and Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
awesome.
Personally really like the idea of like in my campaign setting, because it's homebrew, I made it up. There's no guns or anything.
Yeah.
So I just really like the idea of like full cowboy stereotype, leather boots, cowboy hat, dust shawl, that kind of thing. But they've just, and like surrounded by like wizards and great mages
Wizard cowboy.
Past, and they just have like a hand crossbow or two that they quick draw.
To be honest, I think that we've just came up with the idea for the Pogcraft.
Even better. Play a wizard, but your staff is shaped like a little wooden gun.
Yeah, actually that could be really cool, because like magic missile could be like fanning the hammer. Do you know what magic missile is? It like sends out a bunch of things.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's actually a cool character.
Yeah, totally. And like there's a whole thing about like showdowns where you have to like draw fast, and it's like rolling the dice.
And that's just like rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Whoever rolls initiative.
And then like rolling something to see if you hit.
And then I have come up with a couple of really cool character ideas, I think. One of them is, do you understand how like revival magic in D&D works in 5e? Basically, you need like to be at least a fairly high level spellcaster, and every revival spell, as far as I know, requires like a diamond that's worth a certain amount of gold pieces that then gets consumed. I came up with a D&D character where they're like a cleric of the god of life or the god of death, or someone that doesn't like revival magic, and the task that they've been tasked by this god is to crash the market price of diamonds so that they're not worth as much, so that it's way harder to find diamonds that are worth the required gold pieces to revive someone.
But just imagine a wizard, and say like a wizard and ranger in full like cowboy garb, just strolling into the saloon, and all of the dwarves and halflings. That would be just amazing.
Yeah, an artificer fighter mix that was like a cowboy, like magic gunslinger would be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. Jinx.
Yeah. You guys owe me a soda.
Big brain.
Big brain move. Is that the episode title? You guys owe me a soda?
Sure.
If we don't come up with anything better, that's the title.
All right, cool.
And also, I have a underrated or overrated. I think we know the rules at this point.
Yeah, just one more thing about Dungeons and Dragons. I also, online, there's very little stuff, like as a fairly new DM, there's very little stuff about like how to start a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So I kind of want to record everything.
Yeah, totally.
Like even just like a super fast edit of like character creation and like rolling stats and like what the kind of things that we talk about.
No, we got to record everything so that we can meet maximum cringe level. Because we all know that character creation is going to be a shit show.
I don't know. Character creation can be really fun.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it can be.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always fun, I think, but a lot of times that fun is a shit show if you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that in a few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, next Friday when we meet. Yeah, so underrated or overrated? Have some sort of fast food items. Pizza.
Overrated. Not to say that pizza is amazing. It's just that people say that pizza is like the greatest thing to ever grace the surface of the earth. You know, like it's really good. I love pizza, but it's not like as good as people say it is.
Yeah.
You know, like people are rating it, it's like a 9 or 10 out of 10. People are rating it like a 12 out of 10, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so my answer is going to be a bit more complex on this one. So I would usually say rated, because I absolutely fucking love pizza. In particular, Delissio makes this bacon cheeseburger one that's really, really good.
That sounds like a heart attack on a platter.
It's like bacon, cheddar
aspect of a heart attack. If you were like, when you look up heart attack in the dictionary, instead of showing like any sort of cardiovascular like disease, it just shows the bacon cheeseburger pizza from what pizza place was that?
Delicatos.
It's just frozen pizza, so that makes it worse.
Oh, Delicioso. Did you just call it Delicatos?
No, I couldn't remember, so I was like, Delicatos? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, Delicio.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it's bacon, beef, and cheddar. So yeah, Mateus isn't that far off.
I feel like when you take it out of the oven, you like have to put it into maybe like a colander or something to get all the grease off. You've got to like dump it and like kind of like shake dry it, or like let it drip dry for a while.
Pat it down with
just like wave it like
bacon.
You know how like you like decrumb a carpet or a tablecloth or something?
Outside.
You just got to do that for a while so that it isn't drenched in oil.
You have to like lay it and like wrap it like bacon in paper towels.
I think of that scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Amy's telling Jake to drink more water, and he's like, "There's little pools of water on pizza," and she's like, "That's grease." So anyway, pizza as pizza, I would usually say is just rated.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, I had an experience which changed my opinion on pizza. I went to Australia, and they had this restaurant there, which was super fancy, and it was right across from our hotel.
Fancy.
No fucking idea what it was called. So we ordered a pizza for me, a pizza for my mom and dad, and a pizza for my brother, because we all like different kinds of pizza. And it was basically cardboard with red sauce on it.
Oh yeah, that's actual pizza. That's like classic Italian pizza. I've tried that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like a cracker with little bits of cheese and like maybe some basil or toppings on like with like
it's an actual flatbread.
Like I was expecting pizza. And
it's not really like we think of pizza as being like North American pizza, right?
Well, because like I've had pizza in Italy, and it's a lot more like flatbread, but it's still really good. And like I actually really like flatbreads. There's a
flatbread's good.
There's a pepperoni one they make at Thrifty Foods, which is really good.
I think I've had that.
Yeah,
it is really good.
I mean, all kinds of flatbread. Any culture that created a flatbread was on the right track, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pita's delicious, naan's delicious.
Quesadillas.
Quesadilla, are they? Yeah, quesadillas are great. All flatbreads are
totally
awesome. There's not a flatbread that I know about that isn't great.
Totally.
But my God, like that pizza, when I say it tasted like cardboard, I'm not exaggerating. Like I bit into it, and it was that weird chewy but still somehow solid state.
Yeah.
And
it's not very good.
And then so
it can be good, but often it isn't the best.
As an experiment, we went to around 7 or 8 pizza places while we were in Australia, because my dad had to keep traveling around to get slide parts, and all of them tasted like cardboard. Even Pizza Hut in Australia tasted like cardboard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
It was really weird. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
It's like it tastes like cardboard. It wasn't bad.
I mean, like when you're tired and you want a craving for pizza, it's good. But
I feel like River has eaten weirder and worse stuff. Canonically, we know that he's drank weirder and worse stuff.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, I have drank piss. I have eaten bark.
I mean, bark is different because that's a potential food stuff, right? Like there are types of barks that you can eat,
totally.
and they're quite good for you. Yeah, and you can like make tea out of them and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm talking like I went out, ripped a piece of bark off a cedar tree, and nibbled on it for a couple hours.
I think cedar bark is edible.
It is,
but yeah, I'm pretty sure
it wasn't too bad, honestly.
Willow bark has anti-inflammatory and like pain relief stuff in it. So like willow bark tea was used as a pain reliever. Yeah. Interesting fact.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I would agree with Mateus. Pizza's overrated.
Okay, next out of 5. Nachos.
Underrated.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Nachos are underrated.
I like nachos the same. I like nachos just as much as I like pizza. Well, sorry. Nachos can be really bad. The pizza, can be. The worst pizza is way better than the worst nachos.
Yes.
So you need to.
But the best nachos.
My personal way is multiple layers of cheese.
Yes,
so you don't get that bottom layer of just like baked corn chips.
Yeah,
which is
and also you need sour cream on the side, like guacamole, salsa. Those are good, but sour cream with a bit of salsa mixed into it.
Oh, and beans. Beans and
beans and olives also are really good.
I don't think I've ever had olives.
Wrong culture, completely wrong culture.
Yeah,
but
that's like
olives,
Greek.
kind of like
pizza.
Like olives on pizza is really good, and that's the right culture. But like olives on like sliced olives baked onto the nachos are just really good.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of olives, but I might actually try that because that sounds sick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would say the ration of it, the rating of it would depend on where you are.
Totally.
Because, okay, best nachos I have ever fucking had, and I don't think anything will ever change my mind, was Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville in Hawaii. They have the best fucking nachos I have ever had. Like, they dump sour cream and salsa on the top, and there is so much cheese.
You need a lot of cheese for good nachos. That's the difference breaker between like bad nachos and good nachos.
And it has to be a good type of cheese, like multiple types of cheese. You have to have Monterey Jack, maybe a bit cheddar, but can do a bit of cheddar.
Like you don't have to have multiple different types of cheese.
But that always makes it better.
One cheese that actually tastes good.
Yeah.
You know, something I don't recommend is putting Swiss on nachos.
That does not sound good. Swiss doesn't really melt, does it?
Actually, I don't like Swiss cheese. Maybe this is a lukewarm take, but Swiss cheese is possibly the worst kind of cheese.
Yeah, I'd say that's
or at least it's one of them.
Disagree.
It's not the most interesting cheese.
I fucking hate blue cheese.
I love blue cheese.
Blue cheese isn't great, but it can be good. Swiss cheese is never good. That's why it's worse. Right?
No, because like Swiss is really good on a Reuben. Like a Reuben sandwich is really good with Swiss cheese.
I just don't like it. But then like just a little bit of blue cheese on like a steak, so good.
Oh yeah,
that is good.
But
or blue cheese on a burger.
Swiss cheese. I've never had blue cheese on a burger.
Okay, like just a burger and you put the blue cheese on top of the patty so it melts onto it. It's really good. That's this lovely it just
the cheese is too expensive, but what I really want to try at some point is Dutch cheese on nachos, because the Dutch make some delicious fucking cheese.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Hey, I don't actually fucking know my heritage. So.
Yeah, my dad's actually Dutch citizen, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about Dutch cheese is that, of course, that's like the biggest export from the Netherlands, cheese. And like, all the different types of cheese are just named after the regions they're from. So you have like Gouda, stuff like that. But then the thing is that they're
like champagne and stuff like that.
Exactly. But the thing is that so much of Dutch cheese is just best on a rusk. Rusk? It's like a sort of really dry bread thing.
Yep.
Yeah, just a slice of Dutch cheese, like a slice of Gouda on that is the best thing ever.
Yeah, my aunt is Dutch. She just adopted them.
I think, is it like rye bread?
No, it's not rye. It's Dutch is very much white bread.
Yeah. It's really surprisingly good.
Yeah, it has an amazing flavor.
It's
I
like
don't think I've ever tried it.
Lightly chewy
Go to the
bread
local
cracker.
Dutch import store. It's really good.
What's it called?
Rusk.
Rusk, yeah.
Rusk. All right.
Yeah.
Rusk. R-U-S-K.
Just literally put a slice of cheese on it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I would say nachos in Canada is to most degree underrated, but in the States, nachos is
because they have the whole
overrated.
Tex-Mex thing. Yeah.
I guess they are closer to like Mexico.
Yeah.
So they
like literally half the U.S. is Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burgers. Burgers.
Depends on the burger, but in general, I would say overrated. They don't last long enough.
You just need to get a bigger burger then.
I have gotten giant fucking burgers and they don't last long.
I can give you the names of multiple restaurants where if you eat like the super huge burger in a certain amount of time, you can get it for free.
The Heart Attack Bar and Grill.
Yeah, but there's actually other restaurants where you can do that.
That's the one that I know about.
Yeah.
Burgers, I feel like burgers are rated.
Yeah, me too.
Again, you can get like
there's so much variation.
I feel like they're maybe the most extreme food that we've talked about. Like you can have an awful burger.
Yeah.
But also you can have a really good
like
burger.
a gourmet burger.
Yeah.
With like some blue cheese on it. Like some or like some cheese melted into the patty.
I would also say it's the most versatile.
Yes, it's very versatile. I mean, you can have a chicken burger.
Yeah.
Here, like
oyster burger.
Fish burger.
Yeah. Cod burger.
I got a question. Is a breakfast bagel, eggs and cheese and bacon, is that a sandwich or a burger?
It's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
But what defines the difference between a sandwich and a burger?
Should that be the title? What defines this difference between sandwich and a burger?
A burger has a burger patty of some kind. It might be chicken, cod, whatever.
It has to have
it's got a patty.
Right.
Yeah. A sandwich.
Did you just forget? Hold on. No. Did you just forget like the main defining feature of a burger?
Like, thinking the main defining feature of a burger was a big patty, not the bun.
Yeah. So then why did you have to ask what's the difference between a burger and a sandwich? There's like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty obvious what the difference between a burger and a sandwich is.
Yeah. Hot dogs.
Overrated.
I could say hot dogs are underrated because you can have some really good hot dogs.
I went to Denmark and they make really good hot dogs in Denmark. Yeah. It's a thing there.
Yeah.
There's like
places where like non-American hot dogs are really good.
Yeah, there's like this, it's like super small chunks of onion that are deep fried until they're crispy, and then you spread it all over the hot dog with like relish and stuff like that. And
that sounds good. Sounds really
it was the greatest hot dog I've ever had in my life.
That sounds awesome. I mean, once you start putting on like custom like sauces and like different like elements and stuff. Also, hot dog. This is a thing thrown. You can make cod dog, which is a hot dog, but it has like all the stuff of fish and chips inside of it.
Ew.
That doesn't.
It has a fish and chips cod inside a hot dog.
Okay, I'm biased though. I don't like fish.
Tartar sauce on it, and
I don't really like tartar sauce. I much rather aioli.
I kind of like tartar sauce.
It's okay, but it's definitely
sometimes it can be too
overrated.
lemony.
I just really am not a fan of fish. The only way I like fish is if it's in sushi. Like, and that's
to be honest, I love fish.
Yeah, fish is
pickled
really
herring. Sign me up.
Never tried pickled herring.
Or random Dutch food. Yeah. Don't get me started on super salty, briny licorice.
My grandfather really likes pickled herring.
Just a big jar of it. Yeah. It's good.
I like there are some pickled things that are good, but pickling stuff definitely can either make it really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So like pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs.
So
those
good.
Those are really good.
So good. Pickled onions. Have you ever had a pickled onion?
Oh yeah, those are really good.
So good.
They actually come in the jars of pickled herring.
Yeah, something then like pickled or sauerkraut. Don't like sauerkraut.
Yeah, it's good on a hot dog.
Technically fermented. I like fried sauerkraut. Fried sauerkraut's good. But
whoa, we on the move.
Not good. Whoa,
we're on the move. Podcast on
where he going?
My cat wants out, but he doesn't want to go out the door.
Can you show your
cat? I'm trying to show him that the door is open.
Can you show your cat?
Yeah, show us your cat.
We want to see the cat.
We want to see your pussy.
We want to see the Pogcat.
Cat.
Hey, Pogcat.
Very cute cat. Actually, we had a cat visit us. There's a cat that lives like in our building that just kind of shows up sometimes and comes in through the window. Her name's Chaplin. She's very cute.
We have a cat who's actually older than me.
Oh, nice.
Lives next door, so it's like a really elderly cat. And her meow's like, because she's so old. But she was found when my dad and the neighbor we're taking down this weird old sort of lean-to shed thing on the side of our house, and there's a whole litter of kittens beneath it, just abandoned kittens beneath it. So the neighbor, who was like, I'm like 10 at the time, like adopted the cat, but you know, he's like 30 now and moved out, but the cat still lives there and basically hangs out at our house half the time because my sister looks after the cat whenever the people are away. So yeah,
a mutual ownership of sorts.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, except she would probably hang out a lot in here, except my mom's allergic to cats, so
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's allergic to cats, but still buries her face in them. So yeah, it's a condition.
Yeah.
But we were overrated or underrated on hot dogs, right?
Yeah. I'd say underrated. Like American hot dogs are overrated, like European hot dogs are.
European hot dogs are underrated. American hot dogs are overrated.
I'd agree.
I would say, okay, because San Francisco's known to have really good hot dogs. They're overrated. They're not that good. They're good, but they're not that good. They're not like, oh my God, I want to die. Like I've had burgers that taste better. And other than that, I would say hot dogs are just rated.
Yeah. So then burritos.
There's a lot you can do to a hot dog.
Final thing, burritos.
Burritos are so good. I would say underrated.
Yeah, I'd say underrated. I mean,
I would say underrated,
like deep fried, like fried shrimp in a burrito.
No,
what? Dude, it's amazing. What kind of burritos are you eating?
In like a bean and cheese burrito?
Yeah, bean, cheese, rice.
No.
Fish?
No to fried shrimp.
No.
I'm fine. Fish is okay.
Fried fish?
Fish is
my
supposed
go-to
to be in there.
Chicken? Beef?
Chicken and beef is okay.
Yeah.
Fried? No.
So what's with you two? River is just like, no, fried shrimp, no, disgusting. It's like, no, but bark.
My go-to burrito is rice,
bugs,
beans, chicken, cheese, sour cream, and I very rarely stretch past beyond or anywhere around that. So
okay,
yeah. For some reason, burritos is the one thing I've never seen anyone like. Oh yeah, I get a different burrito every time. Everyone has their type of burrito, which they get every time from every single place.
I get a different burrito every time.
Oh, way to undermine my point.
I feel like that motherfucker who gets a different pizza every time.
I get a different pizza every time. Don't you want to try new things?
You're the one who goes to restaurant many times and gets a different thing from the menu every time.
See,
yeah. You guys don't.
If I got something and enjoyed it,
I get 3 things from restaurants.
There's a 99% probability I will enjoy it again.
Okay, but what if the new thing you enjoy more?
But
then
that's taking a risk.
That's why I take bites of everyone in the family's food as well.
I also do that. But like you show up and it's like, okay, I know I really like this one, but this one also sounds good.
Yeah, but then the thing is, what if you've just had loads of stuff, but you've just found the thing, and just nothing just tastes as good as that?
Then you go back to it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like 3 or 4 other things
that's what I
don't like as much. You go back to that.
That's basically what I do.
And then you start getting that one every time.
Yeah.
I don't really go to restaurants enough to do that. So
yeah, especially not now. But
yeah. Also, I was going to say something. How spicy do you like your burritos?
Not too spicy.
I like spicy. I like it very spicy.
I can handle spice, but not. I say I'm medium with spice. I'm not super good at spice, but not bad with spice.
There's this place that is like kind of just in town, which is called Tacofina.
Oh,
and
yes,
so good.
Yeah, we've started getting burritos from there, but the thing that we would always do is we'd go up to Tofino and we'd get them there.
From that, is there a Tacofino in? I guess
Well, it started as food truck in Tofino, so
yeah. Oh, that food truck is. They put sauce on their chicken. That is so fucking delicious.
And
so
dude, the hot sauce. The hot sauce, it's like tangy and spicy, and it's so good.
It is really good.
Maybe I should go get myself one of those today.
We're probably gonna get banned for me saying this, but my brother once described it as an orgasm in a wrap.
Okay. Anyway, that's a wrap on the
Anyway,
episode.
that's the
Thanks for
podcast.
watching. Thanks for watching, everyone.
tuning in.
Like and
It's
subscribe.
been fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sayonara.
Toodaloo.
Toodle-doo.